We're looking at this Commodore PC10, and I tell you what, Commodore overdoes the screws. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there were 2 more screws on the side. Geez, were they afraid the case was going to fall off? Guess that's just a testament to their overbuilt quality, or their build quality, I guess. Alright. No hard drive. That's really not a surprise. That's an 8-bit. That's a surprise. But, ooh, we do have the cables. Come on, camera. We have the cables and the hard drive controller. They just took the hard drive out. Nice, okay. And what have we got running on this? It looks like an NEC 8088D. Where's that battery? That's weird. That looks like a floppy disk drive controller. But it's got a floppy disk drive controller there. I could be wrong. Where's that battery? Where's that evil? This one doesn't have a battery in it? Or is it underneath right there? Let's see, I'm looking. No. I do not see a battery. Awesome. What about underneath here? Any batteries? Nope. Cool. Alright. I can deal with that. Now I wonder what kind of hard drive controller this is. Kind of looks like a Western Digital. Probably is. But is it RLL or is it MFM? Makes a difference. You can format an RLL hard drive on an MFM controller. You just won't utilize all the available space. But formatting an MFM hard drive on an RLL controller will give you more space, but it's not reliable. Wow, why won't that come out? That's a stubborn card. There it is. Come on. It looks like one of their generic cards. Yeah, I think it's one of their generic MFM controllers. It usually says Easy Gen on there somewhere. Yep, there it is. I didn't see it before. I'm blind. It's right there. Western Digital XT Gen. It's a general MFM. This is programmable. You can program this to work with any MFM hard drive, but it has to be MFM. Back in the day, there were certain controllers that only worked with certain hard drives. And if you tried to use a different hard drive, it either wouldn't work or it would format it for half the capacity that it was supposed to. We have our floppy disk drive controller, and that is all that card does. It does nothing else. There's nothing on the back. Then we have our hard drive controller. And again, it does nothing else. The next card looks like a... yeah. I don't know if you can see that. The next card is your serial, parallel, and game port. And it has an option for another serial connection here. And if all the chips are on the board, it's simply a matter of just plugging in. Oh, there's the battery. It's a little button cell. And it looks like all the chips are there. So it's just a matter of plugging that in and you'd have 2 serial ports. Then the last card is probably our CGA card, EGA. Good question. Probably an EGA card. Will it work with that monitor? Maybe. If it's a certain kind of EGA card, they have ways of tricking a CGA monitor into displaying EGA graphics. Alright, so we're ready to go. Here we go, explosions are fun. Screen cleared. That looks very much like the Colt as far as the startup screen. And it's going to count the memory. While it's doing that, we can go ahead and give it a keyboard. Since I totally forgot to plug that in. This one plugs in on the front. And it's upside down. Plugs in the front right there. I'm probably going to have to reboot it because I plugged the keyboard in. Speaking of which, wow, that was a lot of racket. Oh, that says 1.4 meg driver card installed. Oh, well that would explain why the disk drives are not plugged into the controller on the motherboard. That's a high density disk drive controller, so these are probably both high density disk drives on an XT computer. Interesting. Well, that's how my Emerson computer was. It was an 8088, but it had 2 high density disk drives in it. Let's see if it'll boot that disk. And it gave a 1701 error because the hard drive's not connected. It is booting. However, red light usually means it's a low density. A green light usually means high density, unless you're using a leading edge or Epson computer. They do things different. Okay, it is working on the A drive. The 3.5 inch doesn't appear to be working properly. Let's see if we have in this stash here. I think I do. I have a high density disk in here somewhere. Aha! Found it. Yep. Whenever you have a 5.25 inch disc without the ring in the middle, see that? That black ring? This is a low density disc. This is 360K, 40 tracks, double-sided. This is a high density disc, 80 tracks, double-sided. And it even says right there. Whoop, come on, focus, you stupid. 1,200,000 bytes. Okay. Let's see if this top drive is a high density disk drive. dir. No, it is not. Imagine that. So these are both low density disk drive. Well, I don't know. Maybe this one's not, but it needs to be cleaned, I'm sure. Could put a hard drive, that big Seagate drive up there. We can stick it in here. This hard drive controller has nowhere to plug in the hard drive light. You're actually supposed to plug that front LED directly to the drive, but this one actually has a light in its place, an LED in its place, so we can't do that. Alright, get my MS-DOS disk back in there and start it up. The good old clunker. Fits right in there. For a 640K. Well, it's hanging up on something there. Yeah, 1701. Let's do debug. Oops. Do debug. Alright. G equals C 800 colon. Come on, colon. Here it is. 5. It's either a 5 or a 0. It's usually 5. There we go. Current drive is C. Select new drive or push return. Enter leave is 3. Push return. Are you dynamically configuring the drive? You probably should. But let's not and see what we do. Error 80. Yeah, it's not seeing the hard drive for some reason. Okay, we're going to try another Seagate drive. This is a 4038. ST4038. I believe this is a 28 meg or 30 meg hard drive, where the other one up there was a 44 actually, the one way up there, but it wouldn't pass. So let's see what this one does. No clunking. That's good. And no 1701 error. That's even better. I'll let it boot off the floppy first, because it's not going to boot the hard drive. It's formatted on a different controller. And do the debug again. G equals C PC 800. That's the ROM for the ROM BIOS for the hard drive card. 5. And there it goes. Other than the spindle motor, the read and write head's solenoid's pretty quiet. Okay, and after the low-level format, then we reboot and run fdisk. And when fdisk loads, you just keep hitting enter all the way through. I'm going to reboot again, and then we'll do a DOS format with a /s, so it'll copy the system files over. I'm going to take the disk drive out and clean the heads, see if that makes a difference. This is a high density disk drive. Right there, a high density switch. So, maybe the heads are dirty. So next is format, then whatever the drive letter, C is the first, D will be second, and then that /s will put the system files onto the hard drive, so the hard drive will boot. And then we're going to load. It's going to load the format command, and then it's going to load the system files in the memory, and then it'll start formatting. Proceed with format. Yes. 20 megabyte. And it's finished. So now we'll reboot the computer with the disk and a disk drive. And we should boot off the hard drive. And there it goes. That's it. Now let's run Xcopy. After it does this, we'll turn the computer off and then put this 3.5 inch drive back in there and see if cleaning the heads fixed it. If it didn't, this is a standard adapter. We'll just put another disk drive in there. Alright.